Hey, what's up, guys? Kayak Mike here. This is the virtual captain's meeting for the Ohio Length Series going on at Griggs this weekend on August 17th. This is strictly the captain's meeting for the length division. If you have any questions on the weight division, hit up Andy Ward. If you have any questions on the length division in the Ohio Length Series, hit up Kayak Mike, myself, on Facebook. So we are fishing alongside the same exact time as the Central Ohio Catfish Trail. Andy Ward, he is putting on the tournament right here at Griggs Reservoir. Our tournament and the tournament runs from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. If you are newer to online fishing and you are interested in getting started and this is something you want to compete in, first you got to download the Fishing Chaos app. Once you download the Fishing Chaos app, it will bring you to a screen like this. Your screen on your phone looks just like my screen here on the computer. What you're going to do is create your profile, go to Trail Club. Once you're at Trail Club, start typing in online catfishing tournaments. We are the one with the King Cat logo. Click on that. Once you're here, you need to become a member of OCT, Online Catfishing Tournaments, before you sign up for a tournament. If you're not, your points don't count, and you'll get a refund on your registration. You'll be disqualified from the tournament. Become a $20 member that covers your insurance, etc. For the event. So in the event something happens bad to you during one of our tournaments, you have secondary insurance through us. If you fail to sign up for the membership, not only do you not get paid out, none of your standings count. And if something happens to you during the tournament and that timestamp of your sign up date isn't before the tournament, you also don't qualify for our secondary insurance. So it's very important to get that membership before you start. To get to the tournament, you click on tournaments. You'll scroll down. These are all the different series that we host. You'll scroll down. You'll see Ohio Length Series right here. These are all the events in the Ohio Length Series. Down here are all past events of the Ohio Length Series. The one specifically for this video is Griggs Reservoir. Once you're here, right here on the right-hand side, it'll say register. I don't have the register button because I am already registered for the event. But right here will be the register button, and it's self-explanatory. Name, your credit card information. To enter is $55. It's a $55 entry fee. Our lines in are 6. Our lines out are 2 a.m. Our pre-fishing rules are the same as the weighing events. So if you're not allowed to pre-fish on the tournament, I'm actually going to hit up Andy Ward about that in here in a second. I will cut the video right now and put it in right here. All right, I am done speaking with Andy. Word for word, he says he does not have any rules on pre-fishing. Therefore, we will not have any rules on pre-fishing. His rules are you still have to be at the ramp, their ramp, just so if anybody wants to go and meet the anglers before or after from the length division to watch the weigh-in. They do the Trebu-Murphy boat launch right here. That's more than likely where I'll be launching too. Last time I was here, I actually launched up here just because it seemed like there were less boats around. But this is the boat ramp they will be meeting at in the length division. There is no specific boat ramp. You can be anywhere you want. You just have to be fishing within the boundaries between the times of 6 p.m. and 2 a.m. Since he doesn't have any pre-fishing rules, we will not have any pre-fishing rules either. You can have rod and reels in the water. We're going to ask, don't be catfishing before 6 p.m. You can bait fish before 6 p.m. I will say there's no catfishing. There's no intentional catfishing prior to 6 p.m. If you want to try and catch bluegills, wipers, yellow bass, whatever they have, perch, whatever they have in this reservoir, go for it. I don't know all the species they have in this specific reservoir, but if you want to fish for them, go for it. But if I see someone up there in the length division that I know dragging boards before 6 p.m., you're going to be disqualified. So bait fishing's fine, cast sets are fine. 6 p.m. comes in, then your catfishing rods and reel can go into water. So yeah, no catfishing rods from midnight to 6 p.m. day of event. Only bait fishing rods and cast nets. All right, now that that is covered, let's go back to the event. Let's keep going down here. Channels and blues must be measured right side down, left side up. Channels and blues right side down, left side up. Flatheads can be measured on their bellies. I have a tournament up to show you examples. Here's a channel cat. It's right side down, left side up. Great. The eye doesn't need to be in the photo. Some scenes have an eye in the photo. I don't require it anymore. Surf is the identifier in this specific tournament. There will be a 3 or 4 digit identifier given out in your tournament for the length division. That identifier must be in every single photo and must be completely visible. You see how this is an SUHF? Well, hypothetically speaking, if this fin was cutting off the top part of this S, this fish is fully disqualified because I cannot see the entire identifier in the photo. Every single letter that is in that identifier must be visible in every single photo. That's an example of a channel catfish. Let's do an example of a blue catfish. There's no blues in Griggs, but they hold the same rules, so I'm going to show you an example. Same thing here. Right side down, left side up. SUHF, that must be the identifier for this specific tournament, and boom. This picture is going to be approved when I get to it. Flatheads are allowed to be measured on their bellies. Same thing. There's your identifier. Perfectly good. It's clearly bumped. Must be bumped. It's on its belly. Flatheads can be measured on their bellies. And you get credit for what's clearly touching the measuring surface. In this case, what's clearly touching the measuring surface is right here. It's 27 inches long. This fin up here does not count towards a measurement. This is not on the board. It does not appear to be on the board. Hypothetically speaking, let's say this fin was out here covering 27 and a half. It would still only be a 27-inch fish because it's what is touching, clearly touching the measuring surface. All right, back to our tournament. Muskie bumper only. You can only use a muskie bumper for this event. The boundaries, everything navigable by kayak from the main body of water is legal for the length division. What's the main body of water? This is the main body of water right here. At Trevu Murphy Boat Launch, this right here is the main body of water. All this right here. This is all navigable by kayak. Where it gets a little tricky is when it starts thinning out up here. I don't know how deep it is up here. But as long as you do not need to leave your kayak to get to where you're fishing from this main body of water, you're good to go. You can go as far north as you want. You can paddle your kayak up. You cannot get out of your kayak and walk your kayak up. That's not okay. You have to be able to navigably get there by kayak. What does navigably mean? Navigably means, our definition is, you can get up to your spot, turn around, and get out of your spot without ever getting out of your kayak via paddling. If you, at any point in time, if you scrape bottom or if you can no longer go upstream via paddling, you are not allowed to fish in that particular area. If I see fish being submitted from way up here and someone questions it, I will take my kayak the next day and I will see how far north I can travel from the main body of water. And if it's not navigable, you will be disqualified. So keep that in mind. I believe the boat tournament, they have a bridge, which is a cutoff. I don't know which one that is. But that wouldn't make sense to do in the length division because we're bank, kayak, and boat. We just need to make sure everyone can access the same bodies of water. So keep that in mind. Bank fishermen, if you think you're gonna come in, all the way up here and fish, and I see GPS marks from there, well, if I can't get up there in my kayak the next day, you're gonna be disqualified. So keep that in mind. Must be navigable by kayak. That puts everyone on the same playing field on that body of water. You cannot double dip. You cannot double dip in the weigh-in division and the length division. It would clearly get us more numbers if we allowed it, but the reason I'm not allowing it is because we can't just change up rules randomly just for numbers. As much as I would like to see more people in this tournament, and it would definitely help, we don't allow double dipping unless the other event can let everyone in. So the reason we allow double dipping at Grand Lake St. Mary's, anyone could have entered the weigh-in division. Kayaks and bank fishermen can enter the weight division at Grand Lake St. Mary's. So there was no reason to not let people double dip because it was an even playing field for everybody. Obviously, bank fishermen can't access as much water as kayak fishermen. Kayak fishermen can't access as much water as boat fishermen. That part I get. But as far as the ability to win money from pots, there was no advantage for either one, which is why we allowed the double dipping. We are not allowing double dipping here because the weight division is not allowing kayaks or bank anglers. And even if they did, I probably would reject it just because I don't like the idea of kayakers and bank anglers keeping 20, 30, 40-pound flathead alive. Let's say you caught it at 7 p.m. Now you got to keep a 30-pound flathead alive until 2 a.m. at the weigh-in. I don't like that. That's not what we're here for. The whole point of our tournament is CPR. So we're not allowing double dipping. Entry fees $55. $50 goes to the pot. The remaining $5 pays off any kind of app fees. I don't see any of that money. It's a 100% return. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, hit me up. We do have an announcement coming up. This video went a little longer than I wanted. We do have an announcement coming up on how the championship's going to be worked on for the Ohio Link series. Pay attention for that because that will be coming out very soon after this video. All right, Kayak Mike out of here. Best of luck to everyone who's fishing. Oh, yeah, let's do a quick update. I am fishing this series. I want to show that I'm still a good angler. So let's go to the series and let's go to the point standings right here. If you want to see the point standings, same thing. Find our club, go to series standings, go down, go to Ohio Link series. Here's our standings. John Ratliff in first, Brandon Hunter in second, me in third, Matt Stewart in third, Austin Harding in fifth, Ryan Bortz in sixth, Skip Martin in seventh, Amanda Johnson in eighth, Tyler Lowe in ninth, Blaine Peterman in 10th. So those are our standings right now. I am going to try and fish out the rest of the events because I want to win this series. I'm just being honest. I want to win this series. I won the last event at Grand Lake St. Mary's. I'm going to be competing in the next one. I'm going to try and compete in every single one for the rest of the year. But the championship format on the Ohio River, pay attention to the next video because we're going to have a lot of fun with this championship format. Or it's going to be really boring, one or the other. But I think we're going to have a lot of fun. All right, Kayak Mike out of here.